Hello and welcome to SKTV News. You're watching Primetime English News with me, SUCHITRA Rajkumari. We'll have the headlines first. Home Minister Govindas Konthaujam review of charges and possible release of arrested Arambay Tengol volunteers. Sit-in protests in several areas of Manipur demanding immediate and unconditional release of arrested Arambay Tengol volunteers. CPI Manipur State Council accuses state and centre government over arrest of youth and students during Manipur conflict, calls it escalation of crisis. Committee on Tribal Unity, Kotu withdraws National Highway number 2 and 37 blockade after reaching understanding with government authorities. Tensions erupt in Tilipati area after residents allegedly assault executive magistrate during eviction drive, removes 5 structures in anti-encroachment operation. And Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand inaugurates 3-day workshop on reforms in schools education in Manipur. And now we'll look at the news in detail. Home Minister Govindas Konthaujam asserted that the government will review whether the cases against the 3 Arambay Tengol volunteers can be dropped. He was responding to a query raised by SKTV regarding the widespread public protest against the recent arrest of 3 Arambay Tengol volunteers on sidelines of a function at Uripog Bachaspati Maninglekay. Speaking further, the Home Minister clarified that the arrests were not limited to the Arambay Tengol volunteers but included everyone involved in various NIA cases. While acknowledging the role of Arambay Tengol in defending lives and property during the height of the crisis, Govindas suggested letting the law take its course regarding serious crimes. However, he added that the government will examine the specific cases under which the volunteers were arrested, after which the Chief Minister will consult with the Union Home Minister to discuss if the charges can be dropped.
Music, Kogi Arambay Tengol gi Miyoi Phab gi thapam tharak pase sida am paksana mayam se sit-in tarokana khong chamchal lakpa mokoi phabi ganu haibagi asigi matana kai thambi
kenone subna gi Arambay Tengol khatadi phaba nate dana akoina pharisi ma gi hana NIA da case leirama kholama hekta thiraga case leitaba mi di phaba oideba adu boy khoi case leiba aduga loina community am khakta gi nate hana samna harakana okhulda Bengaluru taugiba khorkiba ka ma'am yawridana ko adu hujikso khoi operation lepte mafam khudimak sida singere ya sing sida adu we khoi yaring khai Arambay Tengol ge khoi cha sing ga khoi wari sanagani sanaraga yamna henna mara lairamba mi singdudi aidi rule of law leibak sida sanariba ain dogi matung in bata bane khoi madu khoi follow taw ta bane adu yaring khai khoi restaurant tawnaba yaring khai ma khoi sing sina khoi gi matam amada lawgiba daita khoi gi community asige adu khoi na kawbasu yade aduna khoi tanare hairaga makhoi gi leirami ba casing se kadai phawba kopi ba ya ba leiba ge habdo khoi honorable chief minister ga khoi tanaraga union home minister ga paw phaunaraga ba khoi yana ba sinjar na kan hona jari.
Now, mass protests erupted across several parts of Manipur demanding immediate and unconditional release of detained Arambay Tengol members. Residents of Sanjenbam staged a sit-in protest on Monday against the arrest of the Arambay Tengol members. The protest was jointly organized by local Mairapaibis and Soyo Sanjenbam Club. Speaking at the protest, Sanjenbam Mairapaibi President Haurokcham Ongbi Pasot demanded unconditional release of the detained youths. She stated that the state government failed to protect the land during the conflict, following which volunteers of Arambay Tengol risked their lives to defend Manipur's territorial integrity. The president questioned why forces are targeting and arresting volunteers who have already returned home to their normal livelihoods. The protesters warned the government of intense agitations if the arrested Arambay Tengol members are not released immediately.
ꯊꯕꯛꯁꯦ ꯈꯨꯗꯛꯇ ꯂꯦꯞꯄꯤꯌꯨ ꯃꯈꯥ ꯇꯥꯅ ꯆꯠꯊꯕꯤꯔꯛꯀꯅꯨ ꯑꯔꯥꯝꯕꯥꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯆꯥꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯏꯔꯥꯡ ꯌꯥꯎꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯃꯥ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯤ ꯀꯌꯥꯅ ꯈꯨꯠ ꯁꯝꯅꯗꯨꯅ ꯄꯨꯈꯠꯈꯤꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯥꯏꯕ ꯈꯨꯠꯂꯥꯏꯁꯨ ꯒꯚꯔꯅꯔ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯒ ꯌꯥꯅꯗꯨꯅ ꯈꯨꯠꯁꯤꯟꯅꯕ ꯂꯩꯖꯈ꯭ꯔꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯊꯨꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯔꯥꯝꯕꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯄꯤꯌꯨ ꯑꯔꯥꯝꯕꯥꯏ ꯀꯩꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯇꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯀꯟꯕ ꯈꯣꯡꯖꯪ ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯟꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯃꯥ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯤ ꯀꯌꯥꯕꯨ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯡꯗ ꯈꯪꯆꯦꯠ ꯁꯦꯠꯆꯟꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯦꯞꯄ ꯂꯩꯇꯅ ꯊꯧꯅꯥ ꯍꯟꯕ ꯂꯩꯇꯅ ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯟꯈꯤꯒꯅꯤ.
A large number of Mairapai's staged massive protest today at Chairel Mangjil under Kumbi Assembly constituency. The agitation was launched against the arrest of Arambay Tengol 80 members by combined security forces. Now, hundreds of women from neighboring areas including Laingobi, Khoijumantabi, Khulakpat, Chairel Laingangtabi, Jadonpokpi, Thobaltabi and Pombikhok joined the demonstration. The protesters shouted slogans demanding immediate and unconditional release of the detained youths. They also challenged the authorities, stating that security forces should arrest the mothers instead of targeting their children. Now, speaking during the protest, Mairapaibi leader T.H. Jamini strongly criticized the government and state forces for failing to control the violence that erupted on May 3rd of 2023. She stated that local youth and Arambay Tengol members stepped up to defend their villages only because the authorities failed to protect innocent citizens. Jamini further highlighted that the mothers had recently convinced the youths to surrender their weapons following assurances of peace and safety from the governor of Manipur. Now, expressing deep anger over the subsequent arrests, she warned that women would launch much more intense agitations if the detained youths are not freed immediately without any conditions.
Life yaudra misa moina lejar isa sing phabiri base daita amata yaudna isa sing thadok piro karigum isa sing thadok piro oido bo lergadi mama oibe ekhoi se ekhoi chu phajan biyo ekhoi chu sireju sijarage chanujan jail manu da koi thambiro asam wan le dok sarupudi ekhoi isa sing matu ilaga khoi ju jail da lejarage.
Now, spearheaded by Singjamay Apunba Mairapaibi Lub, demonstrators formed massive human chains and shouted slogans condemning the government's action. Protesters expressed deep anger over the arrests, stating that these youths had risked their lives to defend communities during attacks by armed Kuki militants. They heavily criticized security forces, alleging that personnel refused to protect civilians during the crisis under the pretext of not having orders to act. The protesters warned that targeting community volunteers would only fuel public resentment and strongly urged authorities to release the detainees immediately to prevent further escalation.
Arambay Tengol gi isa sing phaba mama oi be khone sugya ya janinde makhoi bu athuba matam da condition amata yaudana Arambay Tengol gi isa sing phaba Arambay Tengol gi isa sing phaba makhoi bu athuba matam da condition amata yaudana Misangi punsi kanna bu hana khiba Arambay Tengol gi isa sing phaba mama oi be khone sugya ya janinde makhoi bu athuba matam da condition amata yaudana Arambay Tengol gi isa sing asina kuki narco terrorist ki makhutta gi akhoi gi lamdam masibu akhoi gi maitai sing asibki mathwai sing je kan khibani yum sing je kan khibani ngamkhai ase kan khibani aduga maramdamu kannabu honatraba maramdabu ngangnabu honagitraba matamdagi security force ngado bukta bu yum akhoi phabi yum akhoi gi matakta akanba matik saba chaira pinabi haidna akhoi singjamai gi Mairapaibi singi maikai dagi haijari
Langjing Apunba Mairapaibi member Atom Rina asserted that following the sudden outbreak of violence on May 3rd of 2023, youths from various localities and households united under the banner of Arambay Tengol AT to defend the state. Rina highlighted that during the period of President's rule, AT volunteers surrendered their weapons in accordance with an understanding reached with the governor, who had assured them of official protection. However, she vehemently condemned the recent crackdown and arrests of AT members by the NIA, demanding that the government immediately halt these operations. Rina emphasized that the youths were forced to take up arms solely due to the critical exigencies of the unfolding situation, urging authorities not to forget the defensive context behind their actions.
Governor ga akhoi Arambay Tengol singi isa isu singna torum khoding mak makoi na loina nga ani leram pot khoding mak pikhat piro haidana loina pithokraba matungda khangawdana sadali mu NIA gi party na ngasi akhoi Arambay isa isu sing punamakpu phabo punba torapase langjing aponbagi imam mera paibi singna thamoi sokna isa isu phabasi yaningde hai roisi langjing asawa Maira Paibigi member ama oinai haijabani aduna matungda amona phadanaba phaba punba thoktanaba togbiu haibase sarkagi maige disu hainingi.
Now again, Maira Paibi members of Apunba Maira Paibi Chingarel Tejpur, Paknung Sangomsang and Manayingkol took out a sit-in demanding unconditional release of Arambay Tengol members. In the protest that was held at Chingarel Tejpur, people condemned and demanded immediate release of arrested Arambay Tengol members without any condition, while asserting that they were responsible for protecting civilians and their homes when state government and central government have failed to carry out their duties. Now, speaking on the sideline of a Maira Paibi member, a Maira Paibi member named Ngangom Sanahanbi reminded government that the conflict in Manipur was caused by failure of government, and people cannot tolerate the arrest of Arambay Tengol members who defended the people and their properties during peak crisis in Manipur.
Kannaba ngakku tanaba ida mukta mai thokcharakiba singsida ifami kun satharakpa sigumba si athuba matamda hojik pairiba lengaksina condition amata yaudana hadokraknaba ida mukta lengak king sinjari asigumba tawhoidaba haiba tare sigumba thogdokse matung taba thorokpa taragadi Manipur pumbagi oina mama oi kudingmakna amata oina sak manaba adugumba thogdang ama lawminnaraga sajingkidamak lepakani amadi henna kaigumba ama orakpasu yai.
A sit-in was also carried out by members of Chaitabi Leirak Apunba Maira Paibi against the arrest of 4 Arambay Tengol members by NIA today. Maira Paibi members of Kurai Chaitabi Leirak, Mayay Lekay, Paunam Leirak and Tongam Leirak took part in the protest and demanded immediate release of Arambay Tengol members without any conditions. Members of Arambay Tengol Unit Number 17 also took part in the protest. Uripok Apunbalub UAL and Uripok Apunbanupilub UANL have demanded the immediate and unconditional release of arrested Arambay Tengol volunteers. Speaking at a press conference today at Uripok Sorbonne Tingel Public Library Hall, the UAL Publicity Secretary Jingthang Nambam stated that the group, which was originally formed as a cultural organization, took up arms only because the government failed to protect lives and property during the peak of the ongoing crisis. He clarified that the volunteers are not waging war against the state but are defending citizens against kooky narco-terrorists. He highlighted that the members proved they are law-abiding by surrendering their weapons on February 20 of 2025 at the 1st MR ground in Imphal, trusting the governor's assurance. He questioned why the government is now filing FIRs and handing them over to the NIA. Asserting that the volunteers are now peacefully earning a living, the UAL official urged the government to declare a general amnesty for them.
Honorable Prime Minister gi amnakanba mangla amasu ojariba Brexit Bharat aina mayamna khangnariba 2047 da target thamiba Brexit Bharat asida youth sing asi driving force ne hai India gi youth sing je driving force ne hai basida Manipur gi youth sing je yaudra hai bagi wahang sing asidi hangdaba yadaba matang du yaurle maramdi khoi naha sing asi sanabada amadi mahi masinda technology da the scientific research kya da adu makok mathang puraga lakna tani picture level lam da moil ka su asumba le house da chawsaki ba asumba le house da poksaki ba naha sing matam adu da matam kharagi khulnga kunen yaujaruba arambai tengol gi china sing manu pang sing ngasidi criminal amagum na treat to bosi masi to bidana ba haiba Brexit Bharat ki youth driving force ne haiba sida mako include to biu naha sing asi international nate Hari Naha Singh Singh Matam Chana Matam Chana rehabilitate to Biraga, Mokuba Tongamba program set up to Biraga.
Committee on Tribal Unity Kotu has lifted the emergency blockade along National Highway number 37 and National Highway number 2 with immediate effect after reportedly getting an assurance from Superintendent of Police, Kangpokpi District. In a press note issued today, Kotu maintained that agreement was reached on condition that responsibility for security of Kukizo villages in Kangpokpi District shall rest on SP Kangpokpi, and village volunteers will be withdrawn from such responsibilities. SP Kangpokpi will be held responsible for untoward incidents or failure to protect Kuki villages. Further, Kotu also maintained that SP Kangpokpi has also assured to provide security for safe movement of essential commodities in Laimakong area, Tuilang IT Road, Kangchup area, Bungpu area, and other affected areas within Kangpokpi. Now, Kotu also demanded for arrest of all perpetrators involved in killing 3 pastors and 12 civilians. The tensions erupted in the Tilipati area after local residents reportedly assaulted an executive magistrate during an eviction drive carried out by the Imphal East District Administration. The incident began when a team of the district administration, under the supervision of the Porompat SDO and accompanied by security forces, arrived to demolish unauthorized shops built on public land. Local residents quickly gathered to oppose the operations, which led to a heated altercation between the two sides. The situation turned violent when the crowd allegedly began pelting stones at the district administration officials and the excavators used for the demolition. During the chaos, some individuals reportedly assaulted the executive magistrate. Wangkai constituency MLA Thangjam Arun later arrived at the scene and attempted to calm the angry crowd. Despite the heavy resistance, the district administration team successfully demolished 5 unauthorized shops built on state land under tight security. Following the eviction, a large number of local residents took to the streets in protest and marched towards Lok Bhavan to submit a representation to the governor. However, security forces intercepted the demonstrators at North AOC, preventing them from proceeding any further. Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand inaugurated a 3-day workshop on reforms in schools education of Manipur, which is being organized by Vidya Bharati Shiksha Vikas Samiti Manipur under the aegis of Department of Education. As Chief Secretary Puneet Kumar Goyal, MLA Nishikant Singh Sapam, former President of Vidya Bharati Akhil Bharatiya Shiksha Sansthan New Delhi, D. Ramakrishna Rao, President of Vidya Bharati Akhil Bharatiya Shiksha Sansthan, Professor Maibam Chaurajit, along with other eminent persons, attended the program, which was held at City Convention Center today. Speaking in the program, Chief Minister Kim Chan said the workshop is being organized as part of the National Education Policy NEP 2020 with the vision to make India a developed nation by 2047. While expressing concern on unrest situation and frequent band and shutdowns, Chief Minister Kim Chan maintained that efforts are being made to compensate for lost school hours owing to the unrest situation in the state. Chief Minister Kim Chan also appealed government employees to work with diligence and dedication to ensure effective implementation of government's work.
The category was 2047 Viksit Bharat se Pariyata Prithivida Khwaidagi Khumang Sakutpa country amo pinaba khonabada education sila lawdo thukang sindu recommendation ni 2020 recommendation toribasis among them Singdang Bayabsi say class 5 mari marat tanda class level talu haisi generally we songa ngida class 5 Pop tamu tanda English the thiba sede course amago si pa punabo border line but art kan dabida ar ai malum da tambi ko taragadi agam skill knowledge do develop the thugani ga afni aduna si sindi ba workshop sila matin sogo pangane hadi thaja ba tunjari maya kitana ban blockade crisis maya amale bilina samjana anan singi samalfication ba seon hum tabodo seon amali yesali adagi thama sumna adagi drong mawi ganda kini office discussion hangna gidaru to samara more ganda department kudingi hangze do office kabiyo haikar wala busiya hoya
Communist Party of India Manipur State Council CPI-MSC has condemned both the state and central governments for allegedly stoking chaos in the state by arresting the youths, women and students who mobilized to defend the state during the peak of the ongoing conflict. Addressing a press meet today at Irawat Bhavan, CPI-MSC spokesperson R.K. Amusana demanded an immediate halt to the arrest and detention of civilians, warning that such actions could spark fresh tensions and civil war. Highlighting the prolonged turmoil in the state where many innocent lives have been lost, Amusana stated that these incidents undermine the essence of democracy and do not happen elsewhere in the country. He demanded that strict action be taken against the perpetrators of violence rather than targeting those who stood up to protect the state. The CPI leader also accused the BJP-led government in the center of waging a proxy war, forcing citizens to endure untold misery.
Amang the Toki Baman Bukanaba, Madu Yaudi Bunaron, Lupiniam, Satramiam, Lucingumiam dog, Nasi Bharat Sarkar, Manipur Sarkar, and I, the Sierra Haidaga, no and of Pakat Bukalaga, a Nova, Tunganba, Nasi Tobu, among Awa, Manipur, Pino, Masetoguno, Communist Party Maketagi, Nasi Egogi join, Maspran, Yami meeting the come to Haini, Mase, state government, central government, and I. Matamdo talk the way out of the Tokibuni, Lani, Bomb Tata, the Chin Badai, Bomb the Party on Tokibadai, Karino to Puran Biden to Nabatai. Mado lay back situation to me. Mado Punama convinced Toga. I do Mamara like a meat of Hanam dog. Nasi Towi said, Go, Makata Trabadi, Manipur, my young Sakani, Sibyl Warmatolkani. Mado, I quite know the time, Nate, knowing us. Chief Minister na, Bharat Sarkar, State Amadi, Center, and Thorn, Many I never locally.
Now, Finance Secretary of Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation, Sunil Karam, has accused state government of suppressing the demands of indigenous people to identify illegal immigrants in state while focusing on saving the government. Sunil Karam was speaking on the sidelines of a discussion program on demand of census after NRC exercise in Manipur, which was organized by Hauraibi Apunbumayra Paibi and Hauraibi Apunbalup at Hauraibi Kangjebung Community Hall today. Speaking further, Sunil Karam expressed dissatisfaction on government for failing to address the concern of indigenous communities in the state. He added that government has ignored the demand to identify and deport illegal immigrants in Manipur. Further, he asserted that census cannot be conducted until illegal immigrants are identified first. He also asserted that it is right time to wake up the leaders from slumber for the sake of the future generations. Further, Sunil also sought support from public in their efforts to create an ideal future for the coming generations.
Chief Minister ahum leiragadi leibak se pai marami ayut kuki na taliba separate administration do ikut melki di maksa do ko ni ko yawa kuki ngaptu ki do tuhan melega malejar ke naga yawa ate mati yawa ate mati kam yawa ate kuki khatte na ko senja de ayo ko mai action e boditi hari besin se kuki na tuhan melega amu pilabani naga na tuhan melega ama saksan na tayo hai terkesu puri ko bhayo sida tapdi ayut Chief Minister ahum leibak se takka ai nabi ka phokta ba aduga ya phokta na leibak kai bi thabo am ko chathare ba ila chije ato tarwa da ite ase ya sidi kararo am ko targeti sabi ya sidi na ta bodo ko targeti yereni ni masubi khaya hadani adu bataka nasi ayut kandi leka ekdena ni se ai ko kamu ni aku ni ohala kene ba miti ni aku na adu ni ka ko amala nasi ayut lal holi ba Surface of operational ki dia ko de ni ke ya ko marja dia ko de ki jane ko lal ho ko de ko kamu remba ni ko ya ni ya ni se एक स्पेशल बता दिया उनको मैं आपसे लगी तो नहीं क्योंकि नेशनल आर्मी की ये नहीं होगा अगर आर्मी सिस्टम को भी नखरे दिखती है वो अगला तो ना से असल में मादा मैं मार्केट ही वो मने
A historic milestone for Manipur's healthcare sector, a 3D tomosynthesis digital mammography machine was officially inaugurated and made operational today at the Department of Radio Diagnosis, RIMS, Imphal. The inaugural ceremony was graced by RIMS Director Professor G. Sunil Kumar Sharma, Medical Superintendent Professor N. Sanjeev Singh, Dean of Academics Professor L. Rajesh, and Head of Department of Radio Diagnosis, Professor S. Subhash Chandra. Speaking at the event, Director Sunil Kumar described the installation as a proud moment for the Institute. He highlighted that RIMS is only the third medical center in the entire Northeast region and the first outside of Assam to house this cutting-edge technology. He expressed strong confidence that the advanced machine will significantly enhance the early detection of breast cancer, improve the accuracy of biopsy tests, and elevate overall patient care. He also noted that the facility will serve as an invaluable training tool for RIMS medical students. Urging all stakeholders to ensure that the public receives the maximum benefit from this facility, the director announced that patients can access screening on this high-end machine for a highly subsidized fee of just 300 rupees. The director also expressed his gratitude to the Government of India for consistently equipping RIMS with advanced technology and providing vital financial and administrative assistance. Meanwhile, Head of the Department of Radio Diagnosis at RIMS, Professor S. Subhash Chandra, highlighted the advantages of the newly installed 3D tomosynthesis digital mammography machine over older models used across the state.
Device that we inaugurated today is first of its kind in our state, in Manipur, the 3D. And also I've been informed this is the third equipment in the entire Northeast, two being at Assam, Guwahati, one at Baruach Cancer Institute, one at GMC, Guwahati. So we are third, but for the entire Northeast, for the state of Manipur, we are having this for the first time. It is going to immensely improve the diagnosis of the breast cancer. Important thing that we can see in this modern world, we talk about like the 3D. So this particular mammography is going to have a CT scan like image. They will immensely help in proper diagnosis. Beyond that, it's going to reduce sort of the radiation also, and this will also help in a better sort of biopsy and the other further management.
Advantage superiority X-ray CT scan around 300. Upon the D, it will become more than 1,500.
Let's take a short break. We'll be back soon. Stay tuned.
Lalabati sumthokpa mosalabati nalanba mipum khudimaki hongasan aihak jeni khurai laibak sembada mipum khudimaksu saruk yamina si haituna paujeng khara puduna lakchari voter list singbu tasengna thamnaba eligible oiba voter singdamal yahannaba ECI na special intensive revision haibadi SIR 2026 haure Megi tarik kuntra dagina June gi tarik kunipan phawbada BLO yumthong khutingi lakani makhoina piramba enumeration form mention biraga BLO da sinabiyu enumeration form submit tawidrabadi voter list da ming yarok loi akupa marol gidama BLO da hangbiyu natraga 1950 da call tawiyu I am in RU
Shuti nataba numit singde specialist amagi manakta chatpa matam sangdabara Haujikti Babina Hospital na thabak tauba lalolitik tauba madi thabak sinba miyoi singidamag special weekend Sunday OPD clinic hangdok seri
Nomaijing khudingi adongi khudong chagadaba matam yengbiraga ayuki pung mapaldagi nungtilgi pung mari faubagi manungda medicine ENT cardiology urology gastroenterology PMR surgery chest medicine amadi pediatrics ki experience leiraba specialist sing tanabiyu
subsidized toraba specialist consultation fee khangatlaba ahanba investigation amadi procedure da char taragi discount priority registration fast track appointment amadi mapam amatta da tongan ba analayengi kudong chaba singi kanaba lobiyu
adongi achinba matamda ayet papidana adongi hakchang fana thambiyu Babina Hospital gi special weekend Sunday OPD clinic ta link sin birao
appointment lognaba kidamag amadi ahin buwapam singi damag 69093 90666 ta call tawirao
mating leiba layeng fanghanjariba Babina Hospital hanadagi hena khudong chaba pizari
Welcome back. A chatbot generative AI that communicates in Manipuri language is here. And the creator is young Sivaraj Sapam from Sagolban Tera Sapam Laidak. The chatbot called Lyric AI is in Manipuri language, and it is in its formative days, but in the days to come, it is likely to open up wider scope for further development in computer programming. SKTV News Chief Reporter Khetrimayum Premchand brings you a special report.
The world is witnessing a new technological phase which is driven by artificial intelligence in all spheres, be it in healthcare, education, media, and entertainment. Among the most popular artificial intelligence, generative AI, which is a type of machine learning model that analyzes vast amount of data to learn, It can also be used as conversational interactions via typing prompts. Some popular examples are ChatGPT, Cloud AI, DeepSeek, and Google Gemini, etc. Shivra Sapam, a youth from Manipur, has come up with chatbot generative AI called Lyric AI, which replies in Manipur language using English alphabets.
Lyric AI je Chrome guma any browser am the lyric.in natra lyric AI thaba kanda dum lyric adum adu da changbi redana adu sign up tawraga dum ChatGPT adu dai Claude Grok kaina lay moi ga dum chamane dum haidi any information bank kum daga haidi ahan lamanna application am iro kaina haibada moi khangdraga mi angang gumba hangaga ihan bokolan do ahan da dum si lyric AI da changaga si application am te iro Punjab National Bank ki sumai iro hai English tam te thopiro hai mana details kum do pi redana adum bi ihan ba adai anything ChatGPT ke ke nangam badu dum Manipur da dum organize Manipur da lyric AI da lo yai mobile app da usi Android ki da lyric AI na dum lai to mai te me ki lai symbol de padu du lai bane adu any browser da na lyric.in na lai.
Shivra Sapam, a resident of Sagolbantera Sapam Merit, is the son of Sapam Ramesh Kumar and Sapam Tombi Devi. Born to lower income family, Shivras had to endure hardships while pursuing his BCom at DM University. He had to ride auto rickshaw to support his family. He is a curious person who never stopped learning either from books or through online course. And as a result of such perseverance, he finally came up with Lyric AI.
Magi second year karapong matansida man high ma ay okto thawragi hai ay thamoi se nungai te kai gino nang okto thawdi jinang ka kai do beino ay matam da fee sai ko ay fee sai adai man ay noi dagi sum paisa noi na lai tabani na paisa ta la noi de lawraga pot kaino tawbase ay sum lai la su tawbase ay nungai te ay gym ju satningi ko ningi hai al mapa na papa lai si de ay na dum tawra loi nang adu ka do begi nang adu khandoino hai yadri ma ji am ngange ngonda ai di inong no jari ba mana dum ai na taw do pungning sida koigi yam nungai ta ba hai tare ko ai isa hang pi ba inong no ri ba koi da kiesa adana lei ga da ba isa sina okto thauri je kan hai ba da pungning sida nung si ba de koi na ju magi aning bu thungan bu jungam da ba admai to de ma je okto thaure okto thauloi ga khaga tik tik adum ma tungjan je koi na ju kya logbi dire logdra de akoi da hairap trabani na akoi da magi lai tambagi phiron setbagi chabagi je koi da kem na lak trabani na akoi na ju magi je to jara janu hai di mana cheran turan sijana ban nattabani na.
The creation of Shivra Sapam managed to provide information in Manipuri and could prove to be beneficial for someone who are not well versed with English, as most of popular AI chatbot requires English language in conversation. Students, elderly persons, researchers can find benefit from using Lyric AI chatbot. The chatbot is still informative phase, and Shivras wants to include voice command and other tools in coming future despite facing financial hurdles.
Hojii ki oina di any knowledge ke ka je loi yai ba anything ChatGPT ke ne ya ba je ado search grounding jang tang di hojii Lyric AI da hap 3 ba current affair ke ka kitang adu gi di kitang wali adu ga hapsan ba budi ado kitang matam budi chang bai wane ba adu ga mathang da voice ado mi Manipur gi native oina ngang na bai da makta maitei macha jing haidi direct ngang ba jing je sida oina train to halaga moina voice to phajana ngang halaga train to ba yai adu train to je adu voice to hapak taraga di ai customer support ta AI na loi sin bagi chance leba ai B2B SaaS wena ba ai private ki wegera government ki wegera moi company jing da bagi API je piraga any ai customer na kai mo gi problem am laibu ka padum adu musu yare ba solve to bai hai jina adu ga koi ki platform du dum customer na mai telon da nga ga dum mai telon da dum hang ba any information ko adum ChatGPT na tawba dumaina ju tawba yabe pesa je dum la kun kuntra dumaina changbe adu loan nung ju apply budi tawbani startup ta ba moi do adum kem halak din han ju website ta tawbu do adum kem response phang deba.
Artificial intelligence is evolving from simple conversational chatbots to autonomous AI agents. AI has been introduced in schools' curriculum as this is evolving as a modern problem-solving technology. Like AI created by SUCHITRA is still in its infant stage. However, it is able to help many people. With proper source of financing, the chatbot can become an effective tool to solve day-to-day problems for people in the state. With Manipur lawyer, this is Sktv'S Primetime reporting for SKTV News, Imphal.
Thadoyum Nam was crowned Miss Universe Manipur 2026 at the grand finale of the state pageant held at Chandrakirti Auditorium in Palace Compound last night. She has secured her place at the upcoming Miss Universe India 2026 competition scheduled for July. The event featured 20 finalists from across Manipur who competed in various rounds focused on confidence, leadership, social awareness, and personal advocacy. Jeneba Laikuram was named first runner-up, while Alish Maibam finished as second runner-up. Tenglo Lembi KSH won Beauty with a Purpose subtitle, while Angelina Hidam won Best Personality title. Dolina Tokjom won Best Evening Gown title. Dolina Tokjom also won Best Catwalk, and Lakshmi Longjam won Best Photogenic title. Miss Universe Manipur was organized under the direction of fashion designer and state director Robert Naurim. Sheetal Sharma was choreographer of the event, while Miss Universe India 2025, Miss Universe India 2025, Miss Universe India 2014, Noyonita Lodh, Director of Franchise Operation, Miss Universe India Organization, Amjad Khan, Dermatologist Dr. Hijam Melanda, and entrepreneur Miridul Patani attended the event as jury members. As part of its long poster campaign, the Manipur Youth League Mayol conducted a mass awareness drive today at Koyathong and Nagamampal parking under the theme Politics, Vote for a Reformation. During the campaign, Mayol volunteers pasted posters advocating for free and fair election on public transport vehicles, including auto rickshaws, magic vans, and e-rickshaws. The poster featured striking slogans such as "Let's stop the trend of giving votes by taking money," "Let's stop organizing feasts in the name of election," and "Politics shapes the future of a nation." Job card holders attempted to lock the office of the CD block at Langmaidong in protest against the failure to disburse their wages due to the absence of a BDO. They also staged a sit-in in front of the office demanding the disbursement of their pending wages. The incident occurred around 11 a.m. today when about 100 job card holders gathered before the office and subsequently tried to lock it after calling out the staff. However, they later aborted their plans and staged a sit-in in front of the office after holding talks with the chairperson of various Gram Panchayats under the CD block.
Block the Jangle the video, that's what's a crash, hide Lambe, the Hazi, Tama power of the Bozilatiana, and over Tasvasa, hide Bibi, the Repasabi, the Rabanida, and over Duana, Romas, Biraga, Kugi, Baza, Sumaja, 2 moments of the PBU, Hagia, Dagi, Maramamada, Chai, Sulaila, Sutambagi, Basa, Digi, Dagi, and Lil Ogiba Milicia, and Kudima, Loan, Pandana Levile, and the Yam Tuna, 2 moments of the video, no woman happy you hand Bazazi.
Organization Poita, Visida, a Togo Pressure, Pibira, Hogiba, Megi Tarik, Marindagi, Ekogi, Hana Pubiramba, Sharp Videose, Yirigi, DC on the Saksibutagi, Nasi Hova, Ekogi, Bloki, Street Officer Videos, Habit of Tadana, or Rassing, you pick the Kusuman Pitopamandava, Duga, Bloksimagi Makada Leva Panchai Sinda, Takotorongi, Tabak Amata Tobanga, Maktabadagi, or Rassing the Supersuman Pitopangam, the Nokaram Kusan or Paduga, Ekoi, the Jariba member Sing Shu, Takotorom the Pakapangam, the Maram, Oibiduna, in my banking for Tonga, Ekoi, Luxury Karaga, my bench in Sigab, Dana, Warish, Hanabitunda, ꯃꯥꯏꯕꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯕꯤꯡꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯠꯁꯨꯃꯟ ꯄꯤꯌꯣꯅ ꯀꯟꯅ ꯇꯛꯈꯠꯂꯛꯄꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯊꯥꯖꯔꯦ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯅ ꯁꯤꯒ ꯃꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯅꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯏꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯤꯛ 25 ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯀꯨꯏꯅ ꯊꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯍꯥꯡꯗꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯕ ꯕ꯭ꯂꯣꯛꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯚꯤꯗꯤꯑꯣꯁꯤ ꯊꯥꯕꯤꯔꯛꯇꯨꯅ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯠꯁꯨꯃꯟ ꯄꯤꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯉꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯕ꯭ꯂꯣꯛꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯈꯥꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯄꯟꯆꯥꯌꯠꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯊꯧꯔꯝ ꯄꯥꯏꯈꯠꯄ ꯉꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤ ꯉꯝꯍꯟꯕꯤꯌꯨ
Community Allegiance for Drug Use and Appropriate Practice (CADAP) President Takhelambam Rajiv asserted that recovering drug users need special government attention to prevent relapse and ensure self-reliance. He was speaking at a felicitation ceremony for recovering individuals held at Jawaharlal Nehru Manipur Dance Academy (JNMDA) located inside DM University campus. The event held on a theme Installing Own Startup was jointly organized by Social Welfare Department, JNMDA, CADAP, MAMTA, HIMC, Vision of Hope, Spiritual Harbor, Awakening Foundation, Anoba Itinfam, Time to Change, and Yaipokpa. Recovering individuals who have been clean for at least 2 years and running their own businesses were honored on the occasion. Rajiv stressed that unemployment is a primary cause of relapse, which is a challenge faced by recovering users. He noted that the addiction destroys a person's income, trust, relationship, and family support, making the journey to rebuild life alone a highly challenging task. He added that if government departments offer targeted aid to help them stand on their feet, addiction treatment and rehabilitation will become far more successful. Several top officials attended the event, including Social Welfare Director Sheikh Abdul Hakim, JNMDA Director Pukramram Bilash, Fishery Director T. Pulen, Veterinary Deputy Director P. Pramod, Humangmai Director Gopen Moses, and Community Leader R.K. Tikin.
User itself, more masama skill learn later. Other skill enhanced to be with the never the I Satola Nina, I give a Pisha and Bayaba, Kanolambima, Chizage Haraga, the Minatora, coffee shop hang Zudum Yawi, the Gimana, Kitanga Tumjanjaba, Dumba Peshaduna, Magi Tamna, the Mina, Magi startups, Masana. Adubo sigi struggle me am je tasengna yam successful oiraga akogi brands ka form hangana khotana tobra haidi adu huji kidi akogi communities da laiba kano jing isdagi hangdi like tobubo akoi government gi side gi and then scheme me ama policy ga hapchen ba khotchen ba sigum livelihood program ke ka du da me am kagum sigum me am implement of ga aura ga de hena drug user gi communities da relapse gi prevent of ya ba adu.
And now the weather report. According to ICAR Regional Center Lampilpat, Manipur recorded a maximum temperature of 29.6 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was recorded at 22.5 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 89% in the morning and 65% in the evening. Manipur received 5.4 millimeters of rainfall in past 24 hours. Now, before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once more. Home Minister Govindas Konthaujam assures review of charges and possible release of arrested Arambai Tengol volunteers. Sit-in protest in several areas of Manipur demanding immediate and unconditional release of arrested Arambai Tengol volunteers. CPI Manipur State Council accuses state and center over arrest of youth and students during Manipur conflict, calls it escalation of crisis. Committee on Tribal Unity Kotu withdraws National Highway No. 2 and National Highway No. 37 blockade after reaching understanding with government authorities. Tensions erupt in Tilipati area after residents allegedly assault executive magistrate during eviction drive, removes 5 structures in anti-encroachment operation. And Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand inaugurates 3-day workshop on reforms in schools education of Manipur. That's all for now. More news coming up right away.